Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain amma ba'd. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Alhamdulillahi alladhi anzala ala abdihi alkitab wa lam yaj'al lahu iwaja qayyiman liyunzira ba'san shadidan min ladunhu wa yubashshira almu'minina alladhina ya'maluna as-salihati anna lahum ajran hasana makithina fihi abada. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today's topic is about the honey mixture medicine, which is good for curing different kind of diseases biiznillahi azza wa jal. So the honey mixture medicine consists of four medicines that you kind of have to mix, which is the honey, the clove, and the garlic, and also the black seed. So the black seed can either be the powder. If you don't have the black seed powder, you can use black seed oil. So if you have both, you can even include all of the both, like the powder and also the oil as well. No problem at all. In fact, it's gonna solidify it. So how to prepare a very beneficial medicine by mixing at least like four ingredients together, inshallah. Number one is honey. Number two is clove. Okay, and like the clove powder. So if you have a clove, like maybe you don't have the powder, but you can grind it and make it a powder form. But I will encourage you to look for the clove powder. Okay, so the clove powder. And the number three is the garlic paste. The garlic paste, like when you have a clove of garlic, so you kind of put it in a blender or a grinder and make a paste out of it. If you don't have none of that, you have a mortar, you can just pound it and just make a paste of it, okay, like tomato paste. So you have honey, clove powder, and the garlic paste, and also you have the black seed powder. Okay, the black seed powder. So if you don't have the black seed powder, you can use the black seed oil. Okay, yeah, black seed powder, remember that. Okay, so someone can ask, what if I have the garlic powder? I will encourage you to get fresh garlic. I will encourage you to get fresh garlic, So the doctors or the scientists, they have talked about the fact that especially the doctors, they mentioned that the garlic is one of the most strongest antibiotic in the world. One of the most strongest. So try to get the fresh garlic, okay, and make a paste of it or pound it. If you don't have the garlic, that's like, let's say the last result is you only have the garlic powder. That's the bottom line, that's the end. Okay, no problem, then you can use that, but try to get the garlic, fresh garlic. So the fourth one is a black seed, so the black seed powder, so that it can be mixed with it, because we know the black seed, shifa min kulli da'in illa al-maut, it cures all diseases except death. So it's the best, mashallah. People have used it for those who have cancer and etc., and all the diseases that it metastasized. Doctors kind of giving up a bit. Alhamdulillah, these people have the faith and took the black seed, because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned that habatu sauda, the black seed, shifa'un min kulli da'in illa al-maut, that is a cure for all disease except death. So they took it, they believe and they use it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them shifa. There are a lot of medicines which are good for that, like the hijama is the best of remedies, and also like the honey, so there are a lot of medicine which are good for curing all diseases. You have the milk of a cow, there's a hadith about it, that because it grazes from all kind of grasses, so the cow grazes from different grasses, so therefore you have shifa. So yeah, so you kind of use those ones, like the Sina as well. They are good, they are really great. So now this one is about this four: the honey, the clove, and the garlic paste, and also the black seed. So the black seed powder, if you don't have the black seed powder, the black seed oil, if you have both, you can mix all of it. So the first of all, mix the garlic paste together with the clove powder and the black seed powder or the oil into the honey. So you stir it. So you have to mix all of these things together. Okay, so like you take a bowl and then put your honey. The honey has to be more than these other ones. I will come to that. So put your honey and then put your clove. Someone can ask like how the quantity, etc. Like just be moderate. Be moderate. Like maybe five cloves, four. Make it a paste. It depends also like the quantity you want. Okay, so just mix it. Just put some clove, which is gonna be sufficient for you. Not too much. Clove is very strong. Maybe two or three or four, depending. Okay, so now you put the paste, sorry, the clove powder in the honey, mix it. The garlic paste in the honey, mix it. And the black seed powder and the oil, or both, into this mixture in the oil, in the honey, and mix it all together. Stir it. After stirring it, after mixing it, now you can recite rukia on it. We love reciting rukia in our medicine, so it's not a must. It's not a must to recite Quran and blow on it. No problem. You can just use it like that naturally. For us, we just try to read Quran on it because some people have spiritual problems. So that while the medicine is doing its work, the Quran also is doing its work. Like the Quran is very good for any spiritual problem. So we read on the medicines some verses of Quran, so that if there is sihir or jinn or whatsoever it is, can also be burned with the Quran. And the medicine good for removing the disease. And the Quran is your shifa, both physical and spiritual. So you can read Quran and blow on it. Someone can ask, what can I read on it? Like just read normal, like read Fatiha. Fatiha is the best of ruqya. Read Fatiha. Like how many times? Normally we don't stipulate numbers of time you should do. There's a hadith that says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is odd, like Allah is one. So the odd number you have one, three. So Allah is odd, Allah is one, and He loved the odd, like the odd numbers. So Allah love the odd numbers, so you can recite like one in a once, or three, or five, seven, 9, etc. So recite in odd numbers. So read Fatiha, read the three kuls, kul Allah ahad, kul a'udhu bil falaq, kul a'udhu bin nas. You can also read kul ya wal kafirun as well. It's great. And then you read Ayatul Kursi and Aman al-Rasul. If these are the only ones you're welcome. If you know all the verses talking about sihir, like we used to recite, قالوا يا موسى إما أن تلقي وقال فرعون ائتوني بكل ساحر عليم وأوحينا إلى موسى أن ألقي عصاك. Like واتبعوا ما تتلو الشياطين على ملك سليمان. If you don't know all those ones, stick to these ones that I mentioned that you know. As Allah mentioned in the Quran, فَقْرَؤُوا مَا تَيَسَّرَ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ. Recite what's easy for you from the Quran. Okay, so after mixing all these things and reciting and blowing on the medicine that we have mixed already, you can recite every time you recite, or after every numbers of times, or after completing the ayah or the surah, you can recite and blow on it, no problem. So for adults, they can consume 2 spoonful, like 2 tablespoon. Adults, 2 tablespoon, like per day. 2 tablespoon, morning and evening, inshallah. So you can take like 1 tablespoon, consume that, and again another tablespoon. So in the morning, like 2 tablespoon, in the evening 2 tablespoon. Yeah. So I will mention about also some ages. So for kids, for the kids, the age has to be indicated for prescription. Okay, 5 to 9 years old, like from 5 to 9 years old, can use 1 teaspoonful daily. Okay, I will mention like some of the diagnosis for it, like what is it good for. If your child have these symptoms, then you can give it to them, inshallah. So for the kids that is from 5 to 9 years old, can use 1 teaspoonful daily. 1 teaspoonful daily. Okay, 10 to 13 years old, 1 teaspoonful twice a day. 10 to 13 years can use 1 teaspoonful twice a day. So that can be morning and evening. Some 13 years old, they are big enough. If they can handle like the 1 tablespoon, no problem. but it depends. Just if it's not making them feeling dizzy or maybe like overdosed, because it's strong. This mixture is very strong. Don't get me wrong. It's very, very strong. So 10 to 13 years old can use 1 teaspoonful twice a day, morning and evening. 14 to 16 years old can use 1 tablespoonful twice a day, morning and evening. Okay. So regarding the quantity, the honey can be more than the rest. The rest depends on how much of a quantity you prefer to mix. Moderation is better. Benefits of these medicines: it is good for some of the things or illnesses listed below, such as number one, gin in the belly, the bloated stomach caused by gin. This is very good for people who have bloated stomach. They feel movement in the stomach, they feel warmness in the stomach. Even women who have fibroid and all these things is good for them. So if you have a disease that is in your stomach, you have a stomach like problem, complications, use this one, inshallah. Number two, inflammation. Number three, helps with blood circulation and also stimulate the libido for both men and women. So it can be also good for like a libido booster. Okay, so it's good for the blood circulation, and also it's also good for, you know what I'm saying, like good for the men, those who are weak on bed, they can use this. It's good for their libido. The women also can use it too. Number four is good for like joint pains, like arthritis, etc. Number five, stomach ulcer, problems related to stomach and gastric, sore throat, etc. So number five, stomach ulcer, problems related to stomach and gastric, sore throat, etc. Number six is fibroid for women, and especially around the pelvic area that's in pain. If you also like your pelvic, you feel in pain there, you can use this one also. It's good for women also. It's also good for those who feel pain when they are seeing their mens. It's good for them. They can also try it. Number seven is good for infections. Some women have infections, they can use it. But that's internal. So the external, let them try to get fenugreek and boil it and sit on it. And they can put even some salt there and even some clove and sit on it every day. Let them do this for like once or twice. That's good for the infection. Or let them get like um, fenugreek oil and be rubbing it, or blackseed oil. So number seven is good for infections. Number eight, it's good for bacteria and it shall help to boost the immune system as well, inshallah. So it's good for bacteria and it's good for boosting the immune system. It makes you healthy. When you use these things, it makes you feel very, very good. Especially those diseases that you have and you went to hospital and all these things. Resort to this method and see, inshallah. You will see changes by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number nine is viruses and cancers. Internet wouldn't want you to be mentioning stuff like that, but it's great. It's good for it. Number 10 is etc. So number 10, Allah knows best what else it cures, because I can't mention all these things. I'm not saying this cures all disease, but it cures a lot of diseases, inshallah. So you try it. So make dua also. Like, these are just sabab, these are just asbab. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam like mentioned in the hadith that ma anzalallahu da illa wa anzala lahu shifa. Allah does not send a disease without sending its cure. Alimahu man alima. Those who know, they know. Meaning those who know the cures, they know the herbs and etc. They know. Wajahilahu man jahil. Those who are ignorant of it, they don't know, they don't know. So when the disease is met with the cure, bara bi'idhnillah, bari bi'idhnillah, it cures by the decree of Allah. So it cure by the will of Allah, okay? So how come Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam of the hadith? So try it and make dua when you are using the treatment or the medicines. It's not this medicine that give you shifa without the permission of Allah. You need the permission of Allah and decree of Allah for you to be cured. So that means you have to be making dua. Ya Allah, please make shifa in this medicine for my problem. Ya Allah, no one can give shifa but you. So use these medicines. This medicine is good for a lot of things: heat in the body, feeling things in the stomach, especially whatever has to do with also some jinns. They try to be in your stomach and move it around. So use it. Yeah, may Allah give shifa to everyone. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. This is your brother Muhammad. Rukia for all, inshallah. Talk about other medicines too next time. Thank you.